Next guest is considered the master of modern American cuisine. He's presided over some of the top kitchens in this country. So, with summer on the horizon, we thought his was a valuable voice as we look at ways to use technology to overcome different cooking challenges. You want to enjoy your time in the kitchen or in front of the grill. That's key. Iron Chef, host, and culinary consultant Geoffrey Zakarian. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Happy Memorial Day.
And to you as well, Geoffrey. What do you have there for us today? What have you made?
Well, it's grilling time, and I think what's really important with grilling is a lot of people ask me, like, how do I grill? They get very nervous going outside, Mary. So they're a little worried about taking that piece of fish or that meat outside that they might know how to cook inside and cooking it outside because it's a bit different, the environment.
So what do you do, especially if you've invested in a nice piece of fish, to prevent ruining it? What can you do?
Yeah, I think a nice piece of fish or a very expensive grill, because they sell some really incredible grills now, and you end up ruining the grill and the piece of fish because it is expensive, all this great meat. So I think for me, what I try to do is some simple things, and it's all about technology, really. I tell everybody, it sounds really sort of common, but you need to get a digital thermometer. And the reason why you get a digital thermometer is every piece of fish or meat or chicken you have has a perfect temperature when it's done. You do not have to cut open a piece of fish or cut open a piece of chicken and see, oh, it's cooked or it's not cooked. Just put this in very simply and wait till it comes 1 second, 2 seconds. It'll register perfectly. So for instance, a piece of steak this thick, there's no timing involved. As long as it gets 125 degrees, that steak is ready. It's perfect. It's perfect medium rare.
And you haven't cut it open. Because I used to do that. I'd cut it open and release all the juices, and my husband's yelling at me like, "Stop! You're ruining it."
Well, that's what happens. Remember, like it's when you're outside, there's a lot of smoke because you really don't know what you're doing sometimes. So if you're like this over that, and for me, I used to wear glasses, and now I wear Dailies Total One contact lenses. There's no more problem because there's all the smoke in the world doesn't bother me. But when you have all the smoke on the grill, you can't tell when things are done. So get rid of the glasses, get a digital thermometer. Really important.
Like it. It's a great pair that you've given us here this morning, Geoffrey. You are not one to rest long. We know that about you because we see you all over the place.
No.
What are you working on right now? What kind of ventures new?
Well, I'm doing a restaurant in Beverly Hills, California, called the Georgie, and it's inside of a beautiful hotel called the Montage. So I'm very excited. This summer I'm going to be spending it on the grill with my daily contact lenses, and I'm going to be working the grill this summer, cooking.
That's awesome. And Geoffrey, I've heard you talk before about your kids. You know, a lot of parents are watching now, and maybe the summer is a good time for them, since they've got more time with their kids at home, to really get them into the kitchen. What do you do to encourage your kids and really fuel their enthusiasm for cooking?
Well, I think the best thing to do is I started cooking with my first child when we brought her home after 5 days. And I sat her on the counter in one of those bouncers on the counter, and I just made eggs for my wife and people that were around us because it was our first day home. And the sound of the kitchen, the smells coming out of the kitchen, they might be 5 days old, but it gets in there. And if you just we cook for them every day, and I cook for them every day since they were babies. And the kitchen becomes a place that they want to be. It's just natural. So we don't push anything on them, but they love being in the kitchen. They love help me out, or they don't help out, or they'll come and help a little, then they'll leave. But it's always a place that they can return to. And I think if you do that, it's the best thing to get them really involved. Start young. Is there one website, Geoffrey, with some of the information on the things you've shared here this morning? Yes, go to dailiestotal1.com to get everything you want to know. Geoffrey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a great Memorial Day. You too. And we're back in less than 3 minutes.